All right, hopefully you've gone through and done this problem on your own and you're just checking to see that you've got everything good on it. So we have the function g of x equals negative 1, or function g of x equals negative 852 times x to the second minus 622 times x plus 6,289. We're going to plug that into Geogebra to find some information about it. So I'll go ahead and just get rid of this graph from the example, start a new one. We can also delete that function if we'd wanted to. Wait for it to load. There we go, now I can see it. Type that in. Actually, no, I'll use the keyboard this time. It's a little more tedious to use this keyboard, but I can type it in nonetheless. Go to A, B, C, G of x equals negative 852 times x to the second. Out of that, minus 622 times x, then plus 6,289. And we've got the graph up. So we can actually already see the x-intercepts. That's nice. And let's see if we can't get a bit more out of this. I'm going to zoom this way a bunch. I remember like that 6,289 definitely says that we've got to zoom up quite a ways here. There we go. Maybe zoom up a little and then scroll it down. That looks like a nice viewing window there. Let's capture that. And drop this in here. Let's see if I can do this where it doesn't. Right, so we've got a graph and we can see the vertex and we can see the x-intercepts and the y-intercept. So now we want to go ahead and create a table of values using GeoGebra. Pull this back up, click on these three little dots, click table of values. And for this, I see the x-intercepts are at like negative 3 point something and 2 point something. So for the table of values, I'll just choose things from like negative 4 to positive 4 with an x step of 1. Seems like we'll probably be okay. So we get that table there. Screenshot again. Shrink it down. Paste it in. Whoop. I'm being more picky than I need to be. I'm just trying to get it the same size as the one above. It's not quite the same. It's pretty close. Okay. So we've got this table of values. And if you're doing this and you don't have the software to do these copies, that's fine. Do a sketch, right? And try and make it nice. But you can put it on paper so that you can, then take a picture and bring it to class. So you can take screenshots on your computer and put them into a Google document to be able to share with your classmates later. For this, and for some reason, there we go. Got a pen. Oh. Right, we're fine. I don't know why it's being weird. So that table of values, I'll just copy a couple of down here. X, g of x, say negative 4, negative 2, 0, 2, and 4. So 4 is negative 4,855. Negative 2 jumps all the way up to 4,125. 0 gives us 6,289. 2 gives us 1,637. 4 gives us negative 9,831. Now we want the x and y intercepts. So let's pull the graph up again. And I'm going to go ahead and remove the points from that table of values, go back, and just click on my graph. I've got a negative 3.1 and 2.4. Negative 3.1 and 2.4. Negative 3.1 comma 0 and about 2.4 comma 0. And then the y-intercept we can actually see from the table. That's 0 comma 6,289. And then write those x-intercepts in. The x-intercepts are approximately negative 3.1 comma 0 and 2.4 comma 0. All right, determine the vertex of the function. Let's pull this back up, and we can just click on the top, and we get negative 0.4 and 6,402.5. Okay, keep that on my screen. That is this point. This is negative 0.365, comma 6,402.5. Write that down. Negative 0.365, comma 6,402.5. The domain and range for this, the domain, you see this parabola continues to the left and right for forever without skipping anything, so that's negative infinity to infinity. The range of this function is going to be negative infinity up to that top point at the vertex. The y value there is 6,402.5. It is an approximation. I'll use a closed bracket to indicate we can get there, and I'll use an approximation to indicate that that upper bound is an approximation on that vertex's y value. All right, that's it. This is really just to go over the basics of how to use GeoGebra, type things in, get a table of values, find some key points on a graph, and then in the next video we're going to go ahead and look at finding intersections between two graphs and how to use that to find solutions to equations and inequalities. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in that next one.